Hello guys, in this video we will discuss about the ambident nucleophiles and SN1 SN2 dichotomy. So ambident nucleophiles are those which has multiple nucleophilic centers. Generally two nucleophilic centers are there. So in this typical example, in a given instance X can act as a nucleophilic center, where in another resonating form of the same species Y can exhibit as a nucleophilic center. So there are several examples of ambident nucleophiles, but in organic chemistry perspective, I will discuss only two systems. One is cyanide, another is nitrite. So if you consider the cyanide ion, in one resonating form, carbon has the negative charge and carbon center can act as a nucleophile. But in another resonating form, the nitrogen now has the negative charge, so it can also act as a nucleophile. So when will they act as nucleophilic center? It will depend on the circumstances like polarizability, sub HSAB principle, that is the hard soft acid base principle, and also presence of ions, presence of cations, which accelerates the formation of carbocation. So I will discuss that later. So the other example is the nitrite ion, where there are two nucleophilic center. One is the nitrogen center, which contains only a lone pair of electrons, and another is the oxygen center, where there is a negatively charged. So let us take a look at how we can utilize this ambident nucleophilic property in organic synthesis. So first we will discuss the sodium cyanide silver cyanide dichotomy. So suppose we have a alkyl halide which can go through both the substitution mechanism SN1 and SN2. So if we treat this alkyl halide with sodium cyanide, then obviously, since there is sodium cyanide, then obviously the reaction will proceed through the SN2 pathway. Why this is so? Because in presence of sodium cyanide, the carbon center of the cyanide ion is a soft center. Soft center means it has high polarizability. So high polarizability is a most important criteria for a good nucleophile for SN2 reactions, since in the transition state there is a partial bond between the incoming nucleophile and the substrate. So this developing of this partial bond requires the high polarizability of the nucleophilic center. So that's why when there is no forcefully formation of carbocations, this soft center of cyanide will react in a SN2 fashion to the alkyl halide, and this is the transition state of the SN2 pathway, and the product will be this alkyl cyanide. Now let us consider when silver cyanide is used in place of sodium cyanide. So if silver cyanide is employed in place of sodium cyanide, then silver ion, which is known for its inherent binding affinity towards halides, since it forms a precipitate silver halide which will separate out from the reaction medium, thereby it will produce the carbocations in an irreversible way. So first the silver ion will assist the carbocation formation, and then the nucleophile will react to the carbocation. So now look this case very carefully. Since carbocation contains a highly hard positive center. Why it is hard? Because the carbon is sextate it has electron deficiency, and also it has a positive charge, so its polarizability is very less. And since its polarizability is very less and it is charged center, so that's why it is hard in nature. So now in cyanide ion, the hard center will prefer to bind with this hard cation. So hard combination will prefer in this case. In the initial example, soft combination was preferred. So in this case, the nitrogen nucleophilic center, which is hard nucleophilic center, will bind or will attack to the carbocationic species in order to produce this alkyl isocyanide. Okay. So now let us go to the sodium nitrite silver nitrite dichotomy. So here also the same thing will happen. When sodium nitrite will be used, then the soft center, which is the nitrogen center, since the electronegativity of nitrogen is less than that of oxygen, so being a soft center, it will attack in a SN2 fashion, and thereby this is the transition state, and thereby it will produce the corresponding nitroalkane. And in the second example, where the silver nitrate has been used in place of sodium nitrite, silver ion will forcefully produce the carbocation in the same fashion as we have discussed earlier. So silver will initially interact with the halide ion, and thereby the formation of the carbocation will be insisted. And then the hard center, which is the oxygen nucleophilic center of the nitrite anion, will attack to the carbocationic center, and this nitroalkane will form. So here you can clearly see that nitrogen is binding to the alkyl group, and here the oxygen is binding to the alkyl group. So using this dichotomy, we can synthesize different types of valuable organic compounds. So this is the basic idea of ambident nucleophiles and their use in organic chemistry. I hope this video has helped you guys. So if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot. Once again, thank you for watching my video.